CQDX, CQDX, CQDX. This is Havana calling. CQDX, CQDX, CQDX. This is Radio Havana calling all shortwave listeners and radio amateurs. Welcome to... DXers Unlimited, Radio Havana's weekly feature dedicated to the fascinating world of radio communications.
Hola, mis amigos radio aficionados all around the world are having to deal with yet another period of very low solar activity with its terrible negative impact on the propagation of the higher frequency shortwave bands. They are in poor shape indeed. I'm your host here at the weekend edition of DXers Unlimited, coming to you from beautiful sunny La Habana, Cuba. And here is now more information on what is happening to the sun. Friday, May 24th, saw the 8th consecutive days without sunspots in sight. And so far, since the first day of the year, we have seen 81 days without sunspots, a very clear evidence of the nadir of solar cycle 24, now at rock bottom values. Nevertheless, my QRP transmitter running at 3 watts into a dipole antenna has made possible using CW, short two-way contacts on the 20 and 30 meters amateur band, CW only QRP. Now, item 2. Congratulations to Morse code fans all around the world, because last Friday, May 24th, we celebrated the 175th anniversary of the sending of a long-distance message using electricity by means of the Morse code. The Morse code, which was born 175 years ago, is still as useful as ever, especially for radio communications in emergency situations, as is very often demonstrated worldwide by amateur radio operators deployed to disaster areas, and they do it very well with CW. By the way, the first message sent by Todd Abati of Morse code in the long-distance travel from Washington, D.C. to Baltimore, Maryland on Friday, May 24th, 1844, 135 years ago, 175 years ago. The tremendous trustness of that communication is because it signaled as the first time in the history of mankind, this is important for it, that complex thoughts could be communicated over long distances almost instantaneously via two-way electricity circuits, Morse code, back and forth. Until then, people had to have face-to-face conversations or sending code messages through drums, sounding drums, smoke signals, or traffic lights, or moving mirror systems reflecting the sunlight in the heliograph. All very slow processes compared to electric telegraphy. Thanks to Samuel Morse, communication has changed rapidly since then and has been changing ever faster during the 20th and 21st centuries. Communications go at a fast pace. Morse invented the electric telegraph in 1832. It took him another 6 years to standardize the code to communicate through telegraph cables. In 1843, the U.S. Congress appropriated funds to connect cables between the nation's capital and nearby multiple Bethlehem. When the line was completed, Morse made a shocking public demonstration of long-distance bilateral communications that really transcended to the worldwide level. And of course, in the 21st century, there are tens of thousands of amateur radio operators like you and me worldwide who use the international variation of the Morse code every day for their entertainment. Although on many occasions they provide valuable help in emergency situations, for which simplicity of Morse code telegraphy is the ideal medium to communicate during the emergency. On the air via internet to Dr. Osvaldo Rodriguez, an MD, medical doctor, and radio amateur operator of the province of Ciudad de Ávila, call sign Charlie Mike 7 Oscar America, CM7OA, that is in phonetics, Charlie Mike 7 Oscar Alpha, that's the proper way of saying it in phonetics. QSL on the air also to all the friends who regularly catch up on the shortwave frequencies in the bands of 49, 41, as well as in the 31 meter bands where we are transmitting on two frequencies, 9535 and 9640. And QSL on the air also to report that we are receiving from signals in the bands of 25 and 22 meters bands. Finally, in smaller number of reports, due to the band conditions of the radio propagation, we have received reports from Argentina, Chile, Paraguay, and Uruguay of the 19-meter band broadcast transmissions from Radio Havana Cuba. During this period of broadcast, the A19 period, we stopped transmitting using 60 meters because the very low solar activity provides zero communications on that band. And by the way, all reports received here are confirmed with our QSL cards, and we will respond in writing to your questions sent to this program. And now again, once again, a return to the days of zero transporting sites after a brief period with three small active zones arose and a fourth little larger one showed up, which, due to its impact on this increase in solar activity, caused a slight improvement in a few days of the maximum frequencies usable to radio circuits from point to point between stations located in nearby latitudes. Then we are back into the doldrum. Communications from north to south and from south to north also makes possible better links for radio amateurs operating on 20, 17, and even in the 15, 12, and even on 10 meters of wavelength. From the 1st of January to the date, we have already gone through 81 days with the sun in white without sunspots in the clear. And since this week, 7 days ago, the sun is very calm, affecting radio communications in shortwave above 15 megahertz. Amigos, here is now our next radio hobby-related topic of great interest to amateur radio operators and shortwave listeners: short antennas for the shortwave band. I see that so-called short antennas are one of those recurrent topics, themes in all radio communications through the history of radio. One of my teachers who accompanied me in the first steps into amateur radio, Jesus Oscar Morales II, Charlie Oscar II, Oscar Mike, known here locally as Moralitos, was a manufacturer of equipment, home brewers, accessories, and antennas of really exceptional quality. The first compact antenna that I saw working on the terrace of Oscar's house, his apartment house, was in the pole for 40 meters and occupied approximately half the length of the one required to obtain resonance at 7,100 kilohertz, was the middle of this 40-meter band. Using only about 10 meters in length, the antennas achieved perfect resonance by including two loading coils placed about 2.5 meters from the central insulator. The two coils were true works of art, one of forms of insulating material, carefully grooved to achieve a constant pitch spacing from the beautiful construction by CO2OM. The aforementioned CO2OM short antenna, just 10 meters in total length, with its two inductive loading coils, was known here locally as la antena especial OM, la OM especial or OM special, which is properly installed in a totally horizontal configuration, provided excellent performance. Taking into actual practice, the coils for building the special OM short dipole have to have an inductance resistance of about 950 ohms on the frequency of 7.1 megahertz, which can be achieved with various combinations of inductor diameters and number of turns of the windings. Being the coils using plastic pipe and following the instructions, they work extremely well and will last for many years. If we apply a coating of 2 layers of automobile enamel paint by immersing in the can of paint container, the coils built in this way and thus impermeabilized will last several years, subjected to the cruel exposure of the intense ultraviolet radiation here in our tropical location in Cuba. Applying the popular program for calculations of antenna, the Japanese name N-Managar, shows a very interesting conclusion. The OM antenna, 10 meters long, loaded with 2 coils of 25 microhenry placed at 2.5 meters from the central insulator, have a radiation efficiency of just 3 decibels less than the full-length antenna. And as I said, another of my teachers from those early days, CM2DK, Charlie Mike 2, Delta Kilowatt, Dr. Ignacio Rafael Perez, decibels are logarithmic, and the short antenna of CO2OM shows only half an S unit of difference with respect to the classic half-wave 40-meter dipole used here in Cuba by many amateurs. In other words, the difference of half an S unit 3 dB is just 3 dB. It's practically impossible to notice on the air. Amigos, send your serial reports and comments to this program to info.rhc@enet.cu. I say it again, info.rhc@enet.cu, or via airmail to Arnie, Radio Havana Cuba, and I'll be sending you a QSL, and also any questions you ask will be replied immediately. See you soon.
And that's all for today. This is Arnie Coro, Radio Amateur CO2KK, your host here at Radio Havana's DXers Unlimited, saying 73 and very good DX.
Arnie Coro with DXers Unlimited, heard every week at the same time and frequency. Actually, twice a week. We have the Sunday edition, Sunday and Monday UTC days, and the midweek edition on Tuesdays and Wednesdays UTC days right here on Radio Havana Cuba.